All right, today we're going to talk about a problem that every single athlete runs into. You have this perfect training plan, but then it smacks right into the wall of real life. So, we're going to break down how you can stop fighting your schedule and start making it an intelligent guide that actually works for you. Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You get that new plan and it is beautiful. Tuesday is speed work, Thursday is a tempo run, Saturday is that glorious long run. It's all color-coded in your calendar. It feels like you're unstoppable. And then Monday night happens. A project blows up at work, the baby doesn't sleep, and you get maybe 4 hours of broken rest. Suddenly, that perfect plan feels less like a roadmap to success and more like a prison. And it's right there, in that gap between the plan and your reality. That's where things go wrong for so many of us. Okay, so let's just get this out of the way. The idea of a perfect, pre-written plan is, well, it's a myth. Life is just too messy. But the answer isn't to just throw the plan in the trash. The answer is to learn the art of intelligent modification. This right here is the absolute key to understanding everything. Let's talk about external versus internal load. So on day A, you're rested, you slept great. A 5-mile easy run feels like a 4 out of 10 effort. No big deal. But on day B, after that terrible night's sleep and with all that work stress, that exact same 5-mile run might feel like a 7 or even an 8 out of 10. The workout on paper is identical, but the cost to your body is completely different.
So what's the solution? Well, it's this idea called autoregulation. And look, it sounds like a complicated, sciencey term, but it's not. It's just a simple system for listening to what your body is telling you right now, and then adjusting the plan accordingly. It's about making sure the work you're about to do matches what your body is actually prepared to handle.
Okay, so how do we actually do that? How do we listen to our bodies? This isn't about vague feelings or just guessing. There are some really simple, really powerful tools you can start using, like tomorrow. Your number one tool is the Rate of Perceived Exertion, or RPE. It's just a simple 0 to 10 scale that answers a very basic question. How hard did that feel? That's it. You know, a 3 or 4 is a nice, easy conversational effort. An 8 is properly hard. And a 10, well, a 10 is an all-out sprint that you can't hold for more than a few seconds. Now here's the magic of RPE. The fact that it's subjective isn't a weakness. It's actually its greatest strength. See, your fancy GPS watch doesn't know you had an argument with your partner. Your heart rate monitor doesn't know you're stressed about a presentation. But your RPE score? It knows. It takes all that life stress and bundles it into one simple, honest number. I love this quote because it nails the mindset shift you have to make. Deciding to back off or change a workout because your body is flashing warning signs, that is not weakness. That's not being lazy. It's the absolute smartest, most strategic thing you can do for your long-term training. It's intelligence in action. All right, so we've got the mindset, but how do we turn this into a real daily practice? Let's build a dead simple framework that takes these feelings and numbers and turns them into a clear what to do next decision. Before you even lace up, just take 60 seconds for this quick check-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, how's your overall fatigue? How's your muscle soreness? How was your sleep last night? And if you can, take a quick peek at your resting heart rate. Is it higher than normal? This whole process takes less than a minute. Okay, so you've got your numbers. Now what? You just kind of average them out to get a simple readiness score for the day, and that one number is going to give you a really clear direction for the workout you're about to do. And it really is this simple. If your readiness score is a 7 or higher, green light, you are good to go. Proceed with the workout as planned. If you're in that middle zone, say a 5 or a 6, that's your yellow light. Modify the workout. Maybe do fewer reps or shorten it a bit. And if you score below a 5, that's a big red light. Your body is telling you to swap for an easy recovery day or just take the day off. This leads to a fantastic way of thinking about your training week. Stop seeing it as a rigid prescription. Instead, think of it as a menu. You've still got your key workouts you need to eat this week. The speed work, the tempo, the long run. Autoregulation just gives you the freedom to pick the right meal for the right day based on what your body is actually hungry for. So, all this theory is great, but what does it actually look like day to day? Let's walk through a quick example with a marathon runner to see how this whole thing plays out in the real world. Okay, so it's Tuesday of week 2. The plan calls for a really tough VO2 max session. We're talking short, lung-burning intervals. This is a key workout for building fitness. But you guessed it, life gets in the way. A huge amount of stress from work hits, and a runner gets a terrible night's sleep. The morning check-in tells the whole story. The readiness score is a dismal 4 out of 10. Sleep was awful, stress is through the roof, and their resting heart rate is up 6 beats per minute from baseline. All the data points are flashing red. The body is just not prepared to handle high intensity today. And here it is. This is the moment of truth. The old school no pain, no gain mentality says you just have to suck it up and push through. But what does the smart, adaptive runner do right here? They make the adaptive decision. They look at the data and say, okay, today is not the day. They swap that hard workout for a genuinely easy, restorative run, and then they simply slide that important VO2 max session to Wednesday or Thursday, a day when they'll actually be recovered enough to get the full benefit from it. It's not about skipping the work. It's about doing the work at the right time. See, when you start making these small, intelligent adjustments every day, you move past just blindly following a plan. You start building a training system that is truly resilient, something that can bend with your life instead of breaking against it. And that's the big shift. This isn't about being random or unstructured. It's about being flexible, not brittle. Think of it like a bamboo shoot versus an old, dry twig. When stress comes along, the twig just snaps, but the bamboo, it bends and then it bounces right back. That's the kind of durable fitness we're trying to build. And this really is the punchline to this whole thing. The goal was never to find and follow a perfect plan, because it doesn't exist. The real goal is to take your beautifully imperfect plan and execute it perfectly, using your own intelligence and self-awareness to guide you each day. So that's our explainer. The power in all of this is that it's simple. You listen, you assess, and then you adapt. So the only real question left is the one you need to start asking yourself every single morning. What is your body telling you today, and what are you going to do about it?